Good morning, all of you online guys. Can you hear me, online guys? Dinesh,
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Raj, very good morning. Chandrakant. Okay. So as for the first demo, yesterday we all discussed about the significance of the SQL part we have discussed and where we are using, why we need to use, and what are the similar tools we are having in database level. So what is mean by the data and data formats. So these are all we are discussed as today. So we'll see this 5 minutes recap about yesterday's demo. Then we'll come forward to interact with the database. How can we interact with the database? By using SQL part. Then we'll see today as of this second demo. Yesterday we are covered. These are all the topics. What is meant by the data and data formats. Structured data presence in database. Then on-premises and cloud data storages, database providers we are discussed yesterday. So before going to talk about SQL, we should know about data. Why? Because the day start onwards, we'll work with the data only. Day start onwards, we'll work with the data as your application developer or business intelligence developer, BI people, whatever it is, the role, must and should we have to interact with the data in enterprise level. Okay. So that is what we should know about the database first of all. Before that, what is meant by the data? Data is nothing but this collection of information it is. If we are saying anything else about the some object, or employer, a bank, or airlines, a shipping, or chair, or a car, whatever it is. If we are saying something, that is, we call it as a, okay, information. Maybe it is in a numerical format or characters, images, videos, right? Like that, different types of data then we can see here involved. In each and every signal in Hyderabad, we have a cameras, right or wrong? Yes. Why these are all cameras? What the cameras are saying? And these are all, it's mean by the data it is. Complete 24/7 streamed data. Keep on its reading. Okay. Anybody else or jumping the signals or something wrong happened in a signal level, they can understood based on the camera. Right or wrong? Okay. But lot of cameras in each and every signal is there. But they can't say how many people are seeing in a city based on a camera. Okay, why? Because daily I am going 10 times from home to office. Right or wrong? If they are considered me 10 times, they can't say the analytical data it is. If they want to analyze the data, okay, so this type of data is not suitable. On a proper structured way of data is required. Aadhaar card or a voter ID. Based on that, they can estimate how many people are staying in a city. Okay. This camera is for, this is also the data. And what it is doing is, then it is going for the predictions only. What is going on in the signals. Okay. To predict this, they have a, they are placing the cameras. Right. And image, for example, any image. Okay. So if we are taken a 2 years back, today, then we can see that is also the data. It means it's also describing something and what happened past it is showing here. Okay. To know what happened past, then we require a data storage required, whatever it is. Okay. Or your videos, photos, selfies. Okay. So, or else your resume. What the resume is saying, it's a pure in text format. We are going to be expose our experience in document format, right or wrong, in a Word document or a PDF document. Everything is a data. For example, if it is a bank, outside it is a bank, it is right or wrong. Outside, then we can feel and we can touch the bank. Once it came inside, there is no bank here. There is no chocolate, there is no biscuit here. Everything will be converted as a data format, right or wrong? Bank data, clinical data, airlines data, shipping data. Why we are calling like this means otherwise then we can't understand what data it is. Okay. So that is called as the data. Data is nothing but the information, collection of information. We call it as a data it is. That should be in three formats. Any data, if we are taking in a world, structured, unstructured, semi-structured data. And wherever we are storing the data, that place we call it as a data storage. Maybe in PDF, Excel, image, video, okay? So, or else a database. So, where we are storing our information, that we call it as a data storage area, okay? So, how many ways we have here to store our data means in two major types are there according to the system. One is a file format. Second one is a database format. So file formats nowadays today, lot of files are available. Excel, okay, PDF, then text file, okay, doc file, JSON advanced, JavaScript object notation format, XML, JPEG. Yes, our image is also one of the file it is. Right or wrong? Yes, lot of files are available. If you want to store, what format you want to be stored the data, then according to that, then we can select the file and we can store. Okay. But some disadvantages are there whenever if you are coming to the files. Huge volumes of data or ad hoc data if you want to be maintained. Okay. Then files are not suitable. It's a very difficult to be organized the data. Throughout the world, the bank is there. Axis Bank or ICICI Bank or HDFC Bank. Throughout the world, if they want to store their transactions, what is going on in bank level, if they want to store in one place, so is it your Excel is a suitable? Excel is not suitable. In one day, trillions of records will populate. Right or wrong? In one branch, in one city, in one day, lakhs of transactions will happen, right or wrong? Credits, debits, loans, insurance policies. Okay. So many things will be happening. These are all if we want to be maintained. These are all if we want to store. Okay. Excels or text files or PDF files are not in. Yes, of course we can load it. How many Excels are required throughout the world? Right or wrong? Okay. So it's a very difficult to be controlled. That is what they introduced here. Database. Database is nothing but it is a storage area to store your data. Sorry, guys. Keep on years and years and years in one place. So huge volumes of data or ad hoc data, then we can load in databases. huge volumes of data, then we can load here. Okay, in one place. Once if we are purchase this tool, under the tool, years and years and years of data, then we can keep on, we can maintain in one area. Okay, and also relations, then we can establish relations, we can establish in database level. So table to table relations, that is, we call it as a database. Database is an organized collection of data. So blindly we are not storing. In a one organized manner we are storing. Aadhaar ID or else Aadhaar information. Aadhaar ID, name, date of birth, phone number, or else address. So these are all are required for every Aadhaar. Right or wrong? Okay. So this is called as collection of data, organized, how we are collecting. So we are not collecting in a unorganized manner. Organized manner we are collecting the data. So that is called as database. Okay. And lot of vendors are there to provide. We need not to manufacture any database to store our data. For example, if I want to travel one place to other place, we need not to manufacture any vehicle. So many vehicles are available. Whatever vehicle we want, then we can go and we can purchase. Okay, same process here also. Lot of vendors are providing for us the databases. Whatever the database, if we want, then go and take the license from the corporation and use it. Simple. Right? So these are all vendors are providing the databases. These are all are familiar databases right now in the market. SQL Server, Sybase, DB2, NetAzure, Informix, Snowflake, Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, MongoDB. These are all our familiar databases. Okay. The most of the case we can go and we can work with all these databases. So, okay. Once if we are have a database, then if you want to speak with the database to done the operations, something I want to say to the database, then what we require here is language we require. Right or wrong? Okay. So this is called as SQL. SQL it is. SQL is a language, structured query language it is. Structured query language. For what? For to communicate with all databases. Not only one database. Okay. If we know the SQL, then we can talk with this one and Sybase, Microsoft, Access, Ingress, Teradata, all databases, then we can interact. Okay. If I know, for example, if I know the driving, okay, then I can drive any bike, right or wrong. Okay. But little bit of difficulty. So we are using Pulsar or something else. Suddenly I purchased a Bullet, Royal Enfield. In heavy bike it is 7 days or 10 days. The difficulty will rise. Then we can go with that bike also. Okay. Same process here. So SQL is a mandatory. Anything else if you want to say to the database, insert data, extract data, update data, delete data, any request if you want to send to the database. Database can understand only the part SQL only, structured query language only. Okay, clear? So if we want to communicate, see why we are going to speak in English. So here Telugu people, Hindi people or somebody else are there. All can't understand this local language. That's what we are speaking in English. Okay, if I don't know English, then what I am saying here, what I say, then you can't understand it, right or wrong? Same process here also. If you want to say anything else to the database, must and should be required, SQL is required, structured query language is required. So structured query language, If you want to speak with language, then we required all grammatical formats. This language we had to learn. Words, sentences, okay, grammatical format. These are all required. Yes, each and every language having their own individual syntactical format to speak. English, if I know English. So if I am talking, where, what, when, which, okay, there is no meaning. Yes, I know words, but it is not in frame. Okay, so grammatical frame we should have. Same way here also. Even though if I know the commands, okay, without syntax, if I am saying, then database can't understand. In an ordered manner or a syntactical manner, we have to send the request to the database, and only then it can understand. Then you can ask me the question, why we require SQL part in enterprise level. Okay. So why? Because the most of the data will be presented in databases only, not in file formats. Right or wrong? Lot of transactions, if the business level is going on, so they can't load in files. Only in pure majorly 90% or 80% of the data will be presented in databases only. Okay, IRCTC, Book My Show, Flipkart. Flipkart is providing billions of products. Okay, that is not possible to be maintained in Excel files, right? So that is what they are going to be dependent to store or to maintain a data in databases. So all over the business nowadays, all business are dependent on databases. The most probably the data will be presented in databases only. So if you want to say something to the database, mandatory here SQL is a mandate. That doesn't matter who are you. Are you an application developer or a BI developer or ETL developer? That doesn't matter. Application developer. Right or wrong? These are all people, what those people's job is, application developers. By using application languages, what we are having, C, C++, Java, okay, then Python, Django, right or wrong? Are you heard about this or all technologies, languages? You can see in Ambedkar, lot of boards are there. Okay, so with these languages, and then PHP, these are all our languages. Why these languages? Do you know IRCTC website? What is this website? What is the mean of this website? Virtual communication with the customers. Each and every bank is providing web application, net banking application, right? Mobile banking application, right? Why they are providing this? To attract the customers. Virtual communication. We need not to enter into the bank to done the transaction. We need not to wait in a bank level hours and hours. Nowadays, there is a feasibility is there. Yes, if you have a mobile account, mobile application, we can send the amount or whatever transaction we can do it. Okay, so all application developers are required front-end knowledge and back-end knowledge also. So from where, for example, Flipkart, we are searching for something, Nike shoe. Okay, so all shoes will be get back. How it is coming? So where this data is there, they are loading in back-end level. From here, they are coming. This one is coming from here, from database, it's coming. They are already stored in an organized way. Again, they are taking by using Java or Python, something else. And in a beautiful way, they are showing in a website. That was the job of this application developers. They required SQL part and your BI developers. All BI tools. Power BI, okay, click view, tab view, SSIS, SSRS, SSAS, and ADF, Informatica, Data Stage, Pantaho, Talent, all are BI tools again. For to done the business intelligence operations. So who are you? Doesn't matter. You are a ETL developer, okay? Or you are a ETL tester, or you are a reporter, so or you are an analyst. So whatever role you are, that doesn't matter which tool you are using. So if you want to done the business intelligence, what we require, data is required. Business level, what happened, that is required. That will be there in where? Warehouse level only, database level only. From there, then we have to extract and analyze this data. So these are all people also required SQL part. Even though if we are not mentioned in a resume, SQL knowledge, okay, for all these people, they will consider how many years then you are going to be placed, 3 or 4 years, for BI knowledge, 3 or 4 years Java knowledge. Internally, they will expect the SQL also, 100%. First, they will raise the queries on SQL. Then after, they will come down for the tool. Okay. So this much of importance is there for SQL. Why? Because to interact with the data. So if you are saying, I'm a BI developer, very expert I am, but I don't know SQL, they won't believe us. Okay. So that words just like as, so I am a champion, okay, but I don't know the running. Okay. So these are all words will came into the picture. So I'm a champion, okay, but I don't know how to run. Without running, how you are a champion running? Okay, right or wrong? So that one will be happen. Must and should be required. The SQL part is required. That doesn't matter what database it is you are interacting, or a SQL server, or a Oracle, or a Teradata, or something else. Do you know the SQL part or not? To be interact with data, right? To communicate with the data. That is the main important in SQL part. That is what we are coming to be learn this SQL. Okay, clear so far? We'll see then what is mean by the SQL, how it look like. So how it databases, how the databases look like, how can we interact with that? Then we'll see. All of you online guys, please share your mail IDs and phone numbers in the chat box. So even though if you are attended yesterday, so please share today also your mail IDs and phone numbers in the chat box. Then only then you will get the content to understand about SQL part more better along with the videos. Right. See, first of all, best example is before going to learn about driving, I want to learn the driving, bike driving. Okay, till I don't know. I want to learn bike driving. So what type of bike will choose? Not high-end models. Direct then we are not going to try to drive on Henley Davidson bike or a sports bike. Comfort bike, a medium bike. Will go with Shine or Active or a Pulsar like that. Right or wrong? So once if you are an expert in driving, then we can go and handle it any bike. Right or wrong? Same way here also. Then go and select one a database to learn the SQL part. Once if you are an expert to write queries, then we can go with any database. We can so work with any database. Right or wrong? Yes. Past 10 years back, I learned the driving on Pulsar. Till we are using Pulsar only. Then I'm expert. Why? Because from 10 years onwards, I am using this Pulsar. Then today direct, then I can jump into the Harley Davidson bike also. I can handle it. That much of confidence is there with me. Okay. So a little bit of difficulty 1 week or a 10 days will be happen. Then after then we can go with that. The same thing here also. But if you want to drive the bike, must and should platform is required. Purchased. We are purchased a bike. Road is required. If road is not there, how we will use this bike? Right? That is meant by the platform. This. So any tool here, that doesn't matter. These are all our tools, like a product. Okay. So same organization, Bajaj is an organization. Bajaj is providing in a market right now lot of tools. Bajaj bikes, Bajaj cars. Okay, right? So, and water heaters, lot of products they are providing. Whatever we want, as per our requirement, we can purchase and we can use it. Right? The same way here also. Microsoft is an organization, company. Microsoft is providing lot of things. If you want application, .NET is there. If you want BI, MSBI is there, Power BI is there, ADF is there. Whatever you want, then you can go and you can purchase the tool. Okay. So once if you purchase the tool, then if you want to work with the tool, then here we require a platform is required. Platform means system is required. Otherwise, then we are not able to install any tool. We can't interact any tool. If you have a mobile, you are a purchased SQL server or Power BI. Can you install in mobile? System is required. OS is required. Okay. So if you have a mobile, okay, Android it is. Android is what? Android is operating system platform it is. Right or wrong? Why this platform? If you don't have Android in your phone, can you speak with the phone? We can't interact. Together, hardware and software are both together is working with this machine to interact with us. As a user, if you want to communicate with this tool, then we require a platform is required, a system is required, and a system level OS is required. OS is nothing but platform. Windows, Linux, Unix, Android, Mac, these are all our platforms. Best example is Secunderabad railway station. If Secunderabad railway station is not there, then how the passengers will communicate with the train, where it will stop and where it will arrivals and departures will happen. It's never happened, right or wrong? So platform is required to communicate with the trains. Lot of trains will come and will arrivals and departures will have happened based on the capacity of the platform. Same way here also. If you have a platform, then we can go and we can install. So SQL Server database, Oracle database, your Power BI or your .NET, your PHP, anything, then we can install it. As a human, then we can go and we can communicate what you want to be communicated. Direct, then I can't speak with Power BI. Desktop tool is required, right or wrong? Direct, then I can't write the code in Java. Editor is required. These are all our tools. Okay. So engines are different. Tool is different. Tool is a front end. This tool is going to be communicate with the engine. Okay. Direct SQL engine or Oracle engine, we can't speak. Okay. Engine means don't ask me to show this engine. It's not a bike engine, it is. It's an algorithm, it is. Okay. It will load, algorithm will be loaded. If you want to speak with Oracle, then what required here is tool we required to be communicate. That is what? Here, SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio, to speak with SQL Server especially. SQL Server is a database. This database is providing by Microsoft Corporation. Once if we purchase the Microsoft database, then we require this tool. See here, SQL Server in our machine, it look like this. How it is going to be installed? So this is going to be installed like this. What it is? This is a service. Direct with this, then we can't speak. Okay. Then if you want to communicate with this 10 a.m., what we require? So here, the communicator is required. That is called as SQL Server Management Studio. Then it is asking, boss, to which room you want to be connect? To which server you want to be connect here. Click on this, then go and connect it. Then this tool is going to be establish the communication between me and server. Okay. Whatever if you want to say, then click on a new query window. Here, then we can go and we can write in pure SQL language only, not English language. Okay. I am asking, go and insert. Go and insert. I know English. Okay. Very well. I am saying to the server, go and insert. Okay. This was the command. Select, execute. Click on execute. What it is saying? Clear? So see here. What it is saying? What you are talking here. And I can't understand what you are saying. What is meant by the go and all? Syntactically, it's wrong. You are saying it can't understand it. So grammatically, we have to be follow the syntax, right? That is meant by this SQL. Request to the server. According to our request, it will execute. So then it is going to be provide you the response. That was the communication between me and server. Now I'm asking, you are already having employee database. Okay. In this tables are already is there. Then show me this table, what you are already existed. Then we have to write a command, select star from customer table. Customer is a table. Okay. In which database? Employee database. Select and execute it. It's coming on. Okay. Clear, this is the format. It's also the pure English language. Select from customer object. Star represents everything in that table level. So like this, if we are going to send the request, then server will provide this response. Boss, you are having in this table level. These are all our information. This one is a response and this is called as a request. Clear? So this is the way then we can speak whatever we want. Then we can go and we can interact with this machine. So now this one is SQL Server. I want to show you Oracle also. In my system, I already have two databases. One is from Oracle, one is from Microsoft Corporation SQL Server. Okay? Yes, of course. If we have a family, then we can purchase a lot of bikes, many bikes. Okay? One for me, one for kid, one for something else. Activa is there from Hyundai. Okay? Then Bajaj is there, Pulsar is there from Bajaj. All are bikes. Two is also bike and Pulsar is also the bike. Why we are purchasing two? Yes, two I required. So one for office purpose and one for house purpose. Right or wrong? The same process here also. We can install both. Then one more database is there in my mission. See here. That is called as Oracle. Oracle database. See now, I want to open Oracle database here. It is also look like the same. SQL developer it is. Oracle SQL developer. Who is this guy? Oracle SQL developer to communicate with the Oracle database. So this is the environment. graphical user interface to communicate with Oracle database. Here also we are having same structure. And I want to connect it to HR. Double click on this, then it is asking the password. Then once if we click on password, then it is showing all the tables. Right, wrong, see, all are tables. Here also I'm asking same, select star from, but object is going to be where from employees table. Select and click on run. Then the response and request is coming or not? Command is not vary. Command is same. Here and here also. Online guys, please go to your systems. Please do that. Yes, no worry. Otherwise, I will mute. I have a control. Thank you. So, see here now. So, the both environments, this is Oracle database. And this one is SQL database, Microsoft database. Command varied? No. Select star from. And here also the select star from it is. SQL is same or not? SQL is the same here. Okay. If you know this one, SQL, then here also, then you can interact, and here also, then we can interact it. But only the thing is, environment will be varied. Just the space will be varied. That's it. Space is going to be varied. Okay. So if we have a system, if our system have the capacity, then we can go and we can install here number of databases, SQL Server, Oracle, and Teradata, and then MySQL, Power BI, all, or we can install it. As a human, if we want to interact with this, okay, so then SQL space, SQL room only. And if you want to speak with Oracle, Oracle room only. Okay, same like as house architecture, it is house architecture. How we are having the house, see here, house, bedroom, right or wrong, kitchen, hall, we are having like this. Why we are having the rooms again in house? Why not a single room? Privacy. So privacy, and then object controller. All bedroom objects should be there in bedroom only, not in kitchen. Kitchen objects we are going to be maintained in kitchen only for to be organize the objects easily. If it is a house, multiple objects we have to be interacted daily, right or wrong? So smooth or faster and accurate or with manage, if you want to control, that is what we are dividing the space into number of rooms to control the objects easily, right or wrong. The same structure here also for the database we are having. See here now. Server. This one is a server. Technically, we are calling server, server level database, database level objects, tables, views, programmability. So these are all our objects in this database. This is called as a server. Server is nothing but your house. This is we call it as a server. So in this server level, this one we call it as a database technically. So in this database, these are all are called as objects. Right? These are all objects to maintain in an organized way. Then where we are going to be maintained in database level. Only this one is purely dedicated for HR. only we are going to be load HR data only here. If it is a product information, only product data. That is what we are having, database and server. Server and database level, all are objects. You can ask me the question, okay. So anyway, we need to work like this. So what kind of roles we are having? How many people will access the same database? This database is not for one person. This database are for application developers, who are experts in languages C, C++, Java, programming languages. All for what? IRCTC website. It's a consider this one is designed in Java. So TCS organization. So once if you are registered, what happens? They need to load your details in somewhere else, right? Yes, must and should they need to be connected database. Or else you are asking about train inquiry. From where it is coming? Database. From database it is coming. What are the trains that are available? And so bookings are available or not. That is all are coming from the database. They will store here. They are going to be stored here. Okay. From here, they will be input. And you are a BI, all BI developers, business intelligence developers, means ETL developers, or else reporting developers, okay, analytical developers, all ETL testers, all should be interacted from here only. Database is required. Along with the developers, here one more role is there, administrator, admin, purely database admin. Database admin, okay. On the top of the developers, we can see in enterprise level, database administrators. Something is wrong happened here. Server is not responding. We are not the right person to start the server. Start and stop the server. So those are all rights for the administrator. Privileges, okay, and backup and recovery, grants, those are all are provided by the administrator. Right or wrong? If you are entered into the organization, so entire organization is not in your hand to be controlled. So some work higher official will provide for us. According to that, then we have to be work. Right or wrong? Not beyond that. So the same way here also. On the top of administrator, super admin will do. Super admin. Okay. So all admins will be controlled by the super admins. All administrators will be controlled by the super admin. The super admin will take care about how this server is working, how much utilization is going on in server level. So any license level issues will be raised, then super admin will be take care. Along with this, few more persons are there. Database architect and data warehouse architect. Warehouse architect. See, these are all, these two roles are related to, just like, for example, like as a civil engineer. What their job? Just they will design and they are going to be provided for us. So after design, according to the design, then we have to construct the database, right or wrong? Okay. So we are all our Beldari Mestris, right? And these people are civil engineers. Means, so what their job is, they have to be analyze the business. If it is a bank, I know account table is required, insurance table is required, and some other table is required. If it is Pani Puri Bandu, who knows this? Right or wrong? What table is required? I don't know, right? Then these two people will came into the picture to be analyzed this business, what the business is doing, what type of attributes, columns are required, what type of data is coming into the column level. They are going to be prepared this diagrams. According to the diagram, then so the developers will work to create so the databases, right? These are all roles will access the database, not only the developers. These are all people will access same database only, same server only will be accessed by the developers, application developers, BI developers, admins, and super admins. Right? So these are all roles will be there in database level. For our part is this one, development is our part. So our roles and responsibilities are here is to load data, insert the data, delete data, update data, modify the data. So create the tables, create the relations. Okay, this is all our job. And our part purely in each and every database. And this one is only our part. Up to here only. So, right? Securities and all, these are all our admin part it is. Only the development part. We are going to discuss here only the development part only. So, here we'll first of all, before going to learn this SQL, we are going to be selecting here SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server to learn this one. Okay. Which database we are selected? Microsoft SQL Server. Then you can ask me the question, why you are selecting Microsoft SQL Server? Then why not Oracle and why not Teradata, DB2, MongoDB and all? See, this one is the familiar tool in a market. So according to the lot of aspects, maintenance, license, and support, these are all they are going to be considered. For example, I want to purchase a bike, or else I have 4 members we have in family. So sometimes then we have to travel. We want to travel from Hyderabad to somewhere else, Nellore. Okay. Then I want to purchase a vehicle. Then money is not at all a matter. If you are going to purchase lorry, okay, is it required? Lorry is required for 4 members. No. So the right tool is car. Or else driving, then I want to learn. Direct, then we are not going for lorry or a bus, heavy vehicles. So, the better tool, smart tool. That is what we are coming here. Not only this, and see, nowadays, we can see the lot of activists outside in city. Why? Why the people are purchasing, so many people are purchasing the active. Why? Because it's a very comfort. It's a very, so all features are directly is meet with the customer. Maintenance, cost, style, and it's easy, comfort, everything is suitable. That is what most of the case. Most of the people are going with this active. Same way here also. And it's a 24/7 free support they will provide once if you purchase the license from this corporation. 2 level, high level support. 24/7 free support the Microsoft will provide. So, and also this tool is very customized for low scale business, medium scale, large scale, and very large scale people can maintain their data so they can manage easily in SQL server level, database SQL server level. Most of the case in enterprises, then we can see 80%, of the database is SQL Server. So 20% is remaining raw. But anyway, we'll go and we'll learn the subject with all databases. Once if you know this SQL, then we can go and we can interact with all databases. That is the way then we'll learn. Okay. So this was the way the lectures will go on daily. And we are going to be cover here all these things. So it will take SQL Server course will take 30 to 35 hours total hours will take. 35 hours it will take. And daily 1 hour session. 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. it is. And Monday to Friday, regular sessions will happen. And Saturdays it depends. As of your timeline and my timelines, I will give you the more exercises on Saturdays for your practice. Okay. Then project after the completion of this, near real-time project. I will give you, okay, only just, I will give you the outline of explanation only. Documents I will provide you. So yourself, you have to practice this project to get the knowledge. It will take almost 30 to 40 hours to be finished. So these are all are going to be covered. If you want to speak with me personally, so this was the number. So you can call me. Okay. So one in between of 1 to 5 only. Then whatever query, if you are having personal suggestions and all, then I will give you. Okay. So this was the way. The regular session will start on Monday. Regular session will start. So from Monday, coming Monday onwards. Don't worry here. And from you or from any background, or even though if you don't have any knowledge, okay, we don't require. So from the begin end to end, then I will cover here. Don't worry about it. If you are coming from out of the stream, non-technical stream, that doesn't matter here. Only the thing is intentionally, then you have to be practice it. That's it. Okay. Then after the completion of this course, then you are going to be eligible for to be applied the jobs and 4+ years of experience, then you can place it. 4+ experience, then you can place in your resumes a combination or else only pure SQL developer. Okay. But the thing is, the day start onwards, the practical required here. Okay. These are all our queries only, questions, different questions. And according to the requirement, then we have to write down the query. So how can we get this hands-on experience means whenever if we or put it down, if we are our fingers in the keyboard level only then we'll get the subject. Otherwise not at all. 100 for 100 lecturers. For 100 trainers, with 100 trainers, if you are doing SQL won't come down. Only will get the concepts only. Okay. So practice is a mandatory here. Then practical materials, each and every topic material, live video sessions of yes, within 1-2 hours, then you will get the video to recap the subject to your mail ID. More practical documents than I will provide. Finally, then I will submit it to you FAQs for interviews. Once this document, if you are practiced well, then definitely 90% then you can achieve your goals to answer your queries, SQL queries in enterprise level. That much of confidence then I can give you. So apart from this, online guys, all of you, still who are not shared your mail ID and chat box, phone number and mail ID, please provide under chat box. If you have any queries, please ask me the queries one by one. Srihari, Reddy, Dinesh, Kiran, who is on Samsung, Shirisha, Raj, Yuvaraj. So don't neglect the SQL part. So if you neglect now, then once if you are entered in with your technology in enterprise level, definitely then you can feel the difficulty. Okay.
Hi, sir.
Yes, please.
Very good morning, sir.
Very good morning, Dinesh.
I'm getting a little confidence after listening to your demo class. I'm basically from a non-tech background, and now I got a little confidence. Do we also provide certification for this SQL server, sir?
Yes, after the completion, what certification, course completion certification you will get from institution.
Okay. Can you please repeat that 4+ year experience thing, sir?
Subject
Like
after,
just
yes, after course completion, if you practice, which we are providing, if you practice, then how the people are working in enterprise level, what they are working, that's all knowledge, then you can get it.
okay, sir. Uh, uh, I have one more doubt, sir.
Yes.
I'm also taking Power BI along with SQL Server as a training at
Hmm.
your institute. So basically, I can also work as a freelancer.
Yes, you can work like as a freelancer also, and you have to go and register with the freelancing sites. If they will provide, if the client will provide, then you can work on it. No worry about, no issues.
Okay, okay, sir. Basically, I am from a marketing background, sir. So I thought Power BI and SQL Server is a interesting thing. So
Yes, it
being
was
from a
a good
non,
combination. It is.
yes, sir, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. From Monday, SQL classes start, sir.
Yes, the Monday onwards, the regular batch will start.
Okay, thank you, sir. Hope you'll have a great day.
Thank you all of you for to attend the second demo.
Hello,
Then,
sir.
yes, you are. Yes, please.
Sir, can only SQL Server, if you learn only SQL Server,
Hmm.
uh, means can we have a job for SQL developer also? Means,
Yes, we are having the pure SQL developers also, but compared to combinations, only plain SQL, you are having this less number of requirements. But SQL server, only pure SQL level, then you are having always, even though if your tool doesn't have a requirement, but SQL having the requirements.
okay. One more question, sir.
Yes, please.
Nowadays, we can also have remote jobs. Is it true? Means, is it possible to have remote job?
No, it's not true actually. And if you want to get